I love Dragon Age. Whether I'm making a world-altering decision, fighting off grotesque abominations, or sharing a special moment with a thick warrior babe, the Dragon Age series ticks all the fantasy RPG boxes that I'm looking for. But there's one thing I've never even attempted in these games: Nightmare Mode. Today, I'll be going for Dragon Age Inquisition's most challenging achievement, which requires beating the entire game on Nightmare difficulty. With less than a 0.5% unlock rate, I'll be dealing with companions that just keep dying, mission level requirements that actually matter, and a Pokemon level collectathon since crafting gear is expensive and necessary. By the end of this journey, I want to have every achievement in the Dragon Age series. So on top of beating Nightmare Mode, I'll be completing the remaining trial achievements too. These are modifiers that make specific parts of the game a lot more interesting, but we'll talk about these in a second. First, we have to witness a world-shattering event that leads to the character customization screen. And disclaimer, I want to share my love for this game, so it's full of spoilers. You've been warned. Now, it's not even up for debate. Playing Dragon Age Inquisition as an elf is the best way to play the game. And if you know, you know. But lore and story reasons aside, I had to pick a class that was going to give me the best chance in combat. I've played the game as a rogue before, and with the ability to stealth mid-fight, I can offload all of the group responsibility to the rest of my party. As the saying goes, a strong team always contains an eye. Next, it was time to set the difficulty to Nightmare and introduce the first of 4 trial achievements, Trial of the Lover. This will make my companion's negative approval rating double if they disagree with me, which can eventually make them leave my party forever. This means I need to make it to Halam Sharal, which is the halfway point of the game, without pissing anyone off. That's like trying to give a single opinion on the internet and expecting everyone to agree with you. But anyway, I imported a world state containing who knows what choices from the previous games and entered the character creator. I knew one thing: I wanted to look nightmarish. And after a few minutes, I was rocking that starving vampire aesthetic, and M. Night Shyamalan City was born. I started my journey dazed and confused. I was in the Fade, and I needed to escape. Things were looking grim for M. Night Shyamalan City. My hand was glowing green, I was being interrogated by my future lover, and a massive demon-spewing hole had already been opened in the sky. I was the one to blame for this. At least, that's what everyone around me believed. My first mission was to prove my innocence, and I would hop to the Misty Mountains and back if it meant I could prove I was innocent. My jumping must have been powerful because I destroyed a bridge and attracted the attention of some sky demons. I was ready to prove my worth in combat, and even though I barely had any abilities, that didn't stop me from keeping my distance and tickling the demons while they wailed on Cassandra. My damage may not have been great, but I definitely did some. And my reward was being told I was losing my bow privileges. Since I need to be a people pleaser for that trial achievement, I told Cassandra I would disarm. But she immediately realized I was a stud when it comes to using a bow, and we'd have a much better chance if we could both fight. Seemingly on the same page, Cassandra and I cut our way through every demon that we found, and eventually, we met up with some soldiers who were fighting off a rift. These rifts are doorways into the Fade, and this is how demons can enter our world. So closing them is a top priority. And when the last demon was dead, I got introduced to my next 2 companions. Varric. He's a rogue, he has a gnarly crossbow named Bianca, and he writes smut for fun. He's a pretty good guy, and I like him a lot. Next, we have Solus. He's a mage, he may not like to heal, but he's doing it anyway, and he loves to answer questions with unhelpful platitudes. Solus is a very important character. Keep your eyes on him. With a full party, it finally felt like I could battle my way to the breach and close it for good, which would ultimately prove my innocence, and it would get me one step closer to making Cassandra realize I was the elf for her. At this point in my journey, I was faced with my first moral choice. Take the quick route and let the soldiers die as a distraction, or go help them battle and take the scenic route. A choice like this should be easy. I would take the tougher path and make sure everyone gets home safely. But I'm on Nightmare Mode, and I cannot imagine that these soldiers would be selfish enough to expect me to enter the blender with them. So the choice was simple. The peasant soldiers admirably sacrificed themselves so I could get to the breach unscathed. I wish we could spend more time pressing F to pay respect, but I was on a mission. When I arrived at the breach, there was a vision that proved I had a severe case of wrong place, wrong time. I had stumbled into a ritual where the unspecified big bad had killed the divine, who's basically the Pope for the non-Dragon Age people, and caused the explosion that killed all the people at the beginning of the game. This may have proven my innocence, but it didn't mean I was off the hook. I still had to seal the breach, and that means it's boss fight time. Look at that fucking thing. That is a pride demon. So let's put our team. I don't know how this works. How do I make them stay? Over here on center right. And I think we can hold position. Oh, fuck. Varric, you're about to get cooked, brother. Cassandra, do your job. Wait, Cassandra, what the fuck are you doing? You attack him. Cassandra is having a meltdown. All right, disrupting. I forgot you had to do this. Cassandra's like borked. I don't know what she is doing. Oh, God. Okay, I need to play as Cassandra. She's frozen. Oh, and he's dead now. Oh, this is fucked. I think if I can get one more off, one more disruption on the rift, I think I can win. Oh, we did it. Close the rift. Okay, I'm shocked that we did this first try, bro. That will close the hole in the sky. And now we're the heroes. Now we're the man. Now we're the elf. Some time had passed, but I awoke in a small cabin after temporarily closing the breach. I proceeded to steal everything in sight since I'm 25% loot goblin on my mother's side. Then I emerged from the cabin to find the people calling me the Herald of Andraste. Because of what had happened earlier, the people of Haven seemed to think I was chosen by some sort of religious deity. I didn't have the heart to tell them the truth. At least, not until I got to see the perks of the job. So I went over to the Chantry where my new advisors were waiting for me. This is where I was told that the breach was stable, but we weren't fully out of the woods yet. There was more work to be done if I wanted to close it for good. And to get this job done, I witnessed the rebirth of the Inquisition. Oh.
You know what this is, Chancellor.
It's a writ of Inquisition.
From the divine. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn.
And Morgan's basement is its Inquisitor. With that music in the background. Oh, fuck, it just hits good. As the new Inquisitor, I plan on inspiring hope in my followers. But with my lack of certifications, I get sent to the Hinterlands to build up my skills and prove my worth. The Hinterlands is famously full of fluff. So on a normal playthrough, you might spend 15 hours in this one area completing side quests. On Nightmare mode, I don't need to do everything to get through the game, but this is a really good place to earn power. Doing main missions requires power, and to earn power, I need to do side quests and close rifts. I got to level 4 pretty quick, and by doing so, I earned enough power to do the next main mission, which thankfully doesn't have any combat, so I can go in underprepared and not worry about getting slammed. Not everyone was so lucky though. This mission introduces the choice to side with the Templars or the Mages. I won't be making this decision just yet since I'm only level 4, but the next main mission is different depending on who you choose. By the way, the correct choice is the Mages. Come at me, bro. My next goal was to get to level 7 and craft better gear for my team, since these early missions will be very tough if I go in underprepared. I mean, look at how tanky these low-level enemies are in the open world. I'd stand no chance fighting a boss with my shitty gear. And since I was having issues doing most of the missions I came across, I needed to find a way to level up ASAP. If I stay in the Hinterlands killing rams, I can eventually get strong enough to conquer the world, even if it means I have to kill
65,340,285 rams.
After killing about 10, I was already bored. So I left to do some more creative side quests, like racing horses. Okay, so I gotta race through these, yeah? I think I went the wrong way. Oh, I'm such a meathead. Is it gonna count? Do I just keep going? I already missed one though, no? Run, Stanley! I named my horse Stanley. Go! Does that count? Did I cheat the system? Oh, I fucked it up. Let's try again. Clean! Send me to the Grand Prix, baby. Give me that money. There are a lot of gopher quests in Dragon Age Inquisition. You know, go for this, go for that. It gets rough. Since I was going to be doing this for a while, I spent some time farming crafting resources so I could build a better weapon for myself and build Cassandra some better gear, since having the tank stay alive is the definition of a tank. To help with this leveling grind, I got my first Inquisition perk. These are another leveling system that give you various bonuses, but I'm interested in the XP related ones, so I grabbed the History of Knowledge perk since it gives me additional 50% XP when picking up a codex entry. With my new gear, I was able to tackle some tougher quests, and that eventually got me to the lucky level 7. Dude, now that I'm level 7, I can actually go and do the next main mission. Farming is so goddamn rough. I think I ran around for like 3.5 hours doing missions. Leading the Druffalo, riding the horse. God damn. With my first level grind done, my party was finally ready to progress the main story. This is when I have to pick between siding with the Mages or the Templars. Since Mages are the superior beings, I began the quest in hushed whispers by heading to the city of Redcliffe in the hinterlands. It was here I learned that the Hobbit mage, Magister Garen Alexius, had taken over the city of Redcliffe and indentured all the other mages. You know, the ones I was here to recruit. For some context, the Tevinter Imperium is where Alexius is from, and this is a place that's run by mages and promotes slavery. So if the Imperium wants to take our mages, that's probably not a good sign, since they're a bunch of dicks. With some sort of hostile takeover underway, I was told to meet up with someone in the Chantry to get some info on the situation. And when I showed up there, I found an open rift spewing demons everywhere, and I was introduced to Dorian. He's a Tevinter mage, he specializes in necromancy, and he's so fab, you might fall in love if you stare too long. After fighting alongside Dorian to close the Chantry rift, I'm told Alexius used recently developed time magic to get to Redcliffe before me so he could trick the mages into joining him instead of me. So I went back to my advisors and crafted a plan to confront Alexius. Because of the political implications of sending an army to attack the keep, we decided to send in some spies to infiltrate the castle, because then I can use my invite to walk in the front door. I mean, what could go wrong? After exposing Alexius and his plan, he tells me that the Elder One is behind everything, and that I need to be out of the picture so that the world can be undone. This is when he sends me into the future, so I was never around to foil his plans. Oh, that's a time hole. I've seen Back to the Future. Get into the DeLorean! Uh-oh.
Blood of the Elder One.
What? Uh-oh. Dorian's gonna use all the health potions! No! No! Dorian! Dude, what happened? My health! Uh-oh. Bro, we used 4 health potions in the first fight. Oh wait, can we level up Dorian? Dorian, brother. We need barriers, brother. With my tank AFK somewhere, I was essentially running around naked, praying I would survive. So after leveling up Dorian so he could actually support me, I went looking for my companions. Can I kill this guy? Okay, I'm getting barriered here. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, this is a good start. Is this where I get my team back? Like what though? This is where I get that loot. I get that good. Sigil of Death Rune. Sheesh. When I eventually made my way to the companions, something was off about them. And I'm not talking about their red complexion. They had lost all hope after the Elder One took over the world and razed it to the ground. I also learned how far into the future I was sent. Jesus.
Can you tell us the date? It's very important.
Harvest Mia, 942, Dragon.
I thought we had a confusing calendar system. Get me at the reins of time here, and I'll take us back to Nevermore 832 soft. The only way to stop this from happening is by defeating Alexius and getting back to our present. I made one final stop to rescue Liliana, and she takes some time to sum up the anti-mage sentiment in a way that actually had me questioning my choices.
And mages always wonder why people fear them. No one should have this power.
It's dangerous and unpredictable. Before the breach, nothing we did.
Enough. This is all pretend to you. Some future you hope will never exist. I suffered. The whole world suffered. It was real.
Fuck, dude. She's not wrong. Oh my god. Knowing what needs to be done, I tracked down Alexius to end things once and for all. He was already defeated mentally since his son wasn't saved like the Elder One had promised, and he was ready to give up. That's when Liliana really fucked things up. She executed his son in front of him, and it's safe to say it's time to fight. Oh shit! No! Oh, Liliana, you bitch! Pop him. Well, that's a good chunk of damage if you ask me. Where'd he go? No, I just popped the thing. He's over here. Okay, we're doing good damage. Cassandra, keep doing what you're doing. Taunt him up. Oh, she's dead! Wait. Solus has a revive. Wait, he's gonna revive manually. What am I gonna do? Come back to me. Go invisible, because I'm the man. Oh, fuck. Maybe I get lucky. Dorian, stay alive. Stay alive, Dorian. Pop all the fucking health potions you can. Who's hitting me? Disrupt the rift. Oh my god, they're all dying. Dorian's dead. Dorian fucking sucks. Whatever. Let him stay dead. Solus, go and pick him up. Forgot we can do this. Where is he? Revive him. And I'll close the rift. Pick him up. Give him a handy. Dorian swings like that. He'll like it. Give him a health. Some big damage here. That was not as much damage as I was hoping. Oh, he's fucking dead. Send us back, brother.
He wants occasions. He lost Felix long ago.
What the fuck was that?
Didn't even notice.
His ass is still alive. He's not dead, Dorian. His ass is still there for you. Oh my god, this must be hard for you. He's hard for that ass. With the Venatori stopped, the armies of Ferelden storm into Redcliffe, and I extend a generous offer to the mages. They can join me, or they can join me. You're our allies.
We'd be honored to have you fight as
Whoa!
allies at the
Dude, my guy got
side.
fired up for
We'll
that.
discuss this later.
Oh, fuck.
I'll pray that the rest of the Inquisition
Cassandra's got
honors
that
your
girlfriend
promise.
tone. Now that I've recruited the mages, together we can combine our power to close the breach. But first, I took some time to upgrade my potions so I could hopefully avoid a close call every single fight. The next main quest is called In Your Heart Shall Burn, and it will have me sealing the breach for good with the help of the mages. My only hesitation was the fact that I was on the lower end of the level requirements. Honestly, I just couldn't stomach another 3 hours in the hinterlands right now, so level 8 it is. Give me your power! Ah! Close the fucking breach! With the breach sealed, it's time for the credits to roll, the wine to flow, and the achievement to pop. It's kind of anticlimactic, no? If it just closes that fast? Of course it wasn't that easy. With the breach sealed, it's finally time for me to come face to face with the Elder One and his army. At the same time, I get an unexpected visitor showing up. This is Cole. He's a rogue. He looks and acts like a child, but he's actually a demon in disguise. I mean that literally. Cole tells me that the Elder One has brought the Templars to kill me after I foiled Alexius's plan. And since Haven is no helms deep, we need to act fast or we'll lose this battle before it even starts. The plan is to retake the trebuchets so they can be fired at the mountain and cause an avalanche on the invading army. I took my party and began clearing out all the enemy forces that had already advanced to our doorstep. This is where Cassandra really shines. She's able to keep most of the enemies focused on her while I pick the enemies apart from afar. If things start getting hairy, I can poison my weapon to deal extra damage, but more importantly, every shot will also heal me. With these advanced combat tactics, we were able to strike a huge blow against the Templars and slow them down. But in retaliation, they sent a dragon to destroy our artillery. This is like the shittiest version of rock, paper, trebuchet I've ever played. I'm not gonna lie, things are looking bleak. With an army at my doorstep, the Chantry won't hold for long. We're all gonna die.
Chancellor Roderick can help. He wants to say it before he dies.
There is a path. You wouldn't know it unless you'd made the summer pilgrimage, as I have.
So there was a path out of here this whole time, and you kept it secret. Oh, why am I not surprised? Okay, new plan. All of my soldiers and followers are going to escape through the hidey hole in the back of the Chantry, and I'm going to use the last remaining trebuchet to cause an avalanche that blocks off the path once they're already through. Before I could finish with my plan, the Elder One and his dragon revealed themselves, and we finally get to see Corypheus. Quick history lesson, because this can get muddy. Corypheus is a darkspawn, but before that, he was a human mage from Tevinter. You know, that mage place where all the crazy shit we talked about earlier happens? Well, him and 6 other magisters decided they wanted to go into the Fade to serve the old gods in person and get godlike power for themselves. When they arrived at the supposedly golden city, it was empty and it was black, and they were corrupted and turned into the first darkspawn. Then they returned to our world, created more darkspawn, and fucked shit up. That's the TLDR, but it's ancient history and the story differs depending on who you ask. Back in the current time, Corypheus wants to remove the mark on my hand so he can re-enter the Fade and gain all that power he sought so long ago. Before he does this, he delivers one of the coolest, villainous monologues I have ever heard.
I do not know how you survived, but what marks you as touched, what you flail at rifts, I crafted to assault the very heavens.
What is this thing meant to do?
It is meant to bring certainty where there is none. For you, the certainty that I would always come for it. I have gathered the will to return under no name but my own, to champion withered Tevinter and correct this blighted world. Beg that I succeed, for I have seen the throne of the gods, and it was empty.
Since I fat-fingered the whole world and stole the anchor, Corypheus is unable to remove the mark from my hand. And in a last-ditch effort, I fire the trebuchet and bury our base under a mountain of snow. Things were looking grim. My army was gone, my base was destroyed, and I was wandering alone in the ruins. But because of Crifius's meddling, I unlocked my first focus ability, and before I could use it, I died. The second time was different, and I continued to wander through the Arctic biome that surrounded me. I was hoping, nay, praying I could locate my people before it was too late, and when I thought all was lost, they found me. This was the lowest point we had experienced, and what we needed more than anything was hope. On our darkest night, we came together, and in a bout of song, we inspired one another to not only hope, but to believe. And not even I could resist joining in. For one day soon, the dawn will come. Whoo! Goosebumps every time. When dawn came, we were led by Solus to an ancient fortress known as Skyhold, and with the enemy fully revealed, we began crafting our plan to defend the world. When I was teleported into the future earlier, I learned that Crifius was planning on assassinating the Empress of Orlais. This would pave the way for an invasion, so my new goal was to get to level 11 so I could start this quest and foil the assassination attempt. Before I left Skyhold to level up, I had to take care of some housekeeping tasks. And by that, I mean I went to the blacksmith to forge Solus a new weapon, which I aptly named Stick. This begins the next major section of grinding. I was running out of reasonable side quests to do in the hinterlands. I mean, I did run around the whole map to clear out every rift, and they did give a good amount of XP, but it just wasn't enough. I even spent time doing dumb quests for people in the hinterlands. How? Come on. Come. I'm the goddamn Inquisitor of the Inquisition, Druffalo. Let's go, brother. Get a move on here. Kick it into high gear. Even with the XP boost on every codex entry, the levels were coming slowly, and it was clear that I was going to need to travel to a new area so I could find some higher level quests to complete. So the next area I went to was the Western Approach. Something I love about this game is the variety in the environments. Going from a green mountainous landscape to a desolate sandy desert is refreshing. And I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but that's because I'm a total moron. While running around the desert, I managed to hit level 10. And this opens up one of the most important side quests in the entire Nightmare playthrough, the specializations for the Inquisitor. To complete this quest, I had to go collect 3 things: an Artificer book from a table in Skyhold, obsidian from the Black Emporium, and 3 Alpha Quillback spines from the Western Approach. With all of these elements acquired, I returned to 3 Eyes to commit to the Artificer class. And with my new skill tree unlocked, I purchased a medallion to reset my abilities, crafted some new daggers, and picked a selection of new skills. Now it was time to test out my new build and try to get to level 11. Apparently I'm still learning how to use daggers. This build would get much better later because there was a lot of user error going on at this point. But I did manage to hit level 11, and it was almost time to start the next main quest, Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. Do you remember that trial I mentioned at the beginning of the game that impacted companion approval? Well, I didn't talk about it much because my strategy was to wait until this point and then go recruit the rest of the companions. The achievement states that you must enter Halam Shiral with all companions, so I waited until I was about to go there to get the rest of the companions. Kinda genius, don't you think? Well, let me introduce you to the rest of the team. You already know Cole, but he's officially a part of the team now. Say hi, everyone. Then there's the Grey Warden, Blackwall. He's a warrior. He makes for a great tank, and he's a liar because he's not actually a Grey Warden. Refer to him as Stolen Valor Blackwall from here on out. There's Iron Bull. He's also a warrior, but he likes to smash things with two-handed weapons, and he's actually really good at chess. Then there's Sarah. She's a rogue, she's my least favorite companion, and she loves cookies. And finally, there's Lady Vivian. She's a mage, she loves to freeze people solid, and she's basically an aristocrat. Watch your backs. This means I've now assembled the whole team, and I can make my way to Halam Shiral to prevent the assassination of Empress Celine. But more importantly, I can earn the first of 4 trial achievements. Okay, when we start this mission, I should get the achievement. We're level 12. We're at the low end of the range. So I think the achievement should pop, like, when I enter? Or maybe it's when the mission ends. I think it's when we enter. We show up in style. Look at that fucking castle.
The Grand Duke is only too happy.
Oh, achievement unlocked. Trial of the Lovers. Fair-weathered friends always on Enter Halam Sharal with all followers.
Is that the Inquisitor?
An elf savage? Oh, Maker forbid.
I love it. Start the mission with a little bit of racism. Kind of fucked up, if you ask me. And you didn't because you don't like elves. Like I mentioned, the goal here is to stop the assassination of the Empress. While doing so, I need to gain the approval of the court. So I was going to spend some time mingling with people and exploring the outer part of the palace. I was sticking out like a sore thumb. It was clear I didn't belong here and the people were starting to pay attention. I made my way into the ballroom to have a formal introduction with the Empress. But in front of all these people, it felt like a mistake to bring up the assassination. I met up with Josephine outside, and the only thing that was certain is that the killer's identity was uncertain. Everyone seemed to be pointing fingers at someone else, and I was gonna have to do some Sherlocking so I could actually figure out who was up to no good. Emperor Revilli, 821 to 851 blessed. Huh. How charming he was. He looks like they overlaid a tiger and a person. I spent a lot of time exploring the palace, and I got absolutely nowhere. But before I reunited with an old friend to get a lead, I became a bit of an art aficionado. Now this is Morgan, and there's a lot of history here. But the main points are, she's a mage who works for the Empress, she has a son with the soul of an old god, and she was once my lover in another life. Morgan warns me that the agents of Tevinter have been spotted and dealt with in the palace before telling me where I should go to investigate to find some more info. At Morgan's request, I went to the servants' quarters to see what I could find. To my surprise, I found a dagger that belonged to Duke Gaspard. Was this a setup, or did he really kill this person? Considering he was about to go to war with the Empress, it wasn't looking good for him. I was ambushed by some Venatari soldiers not long after this, and it made me think I was on the right trail. After a few more fights, I met an elf named Briala. She's a former intimate friend of the Empress, and finding her here was weird. She assured me that it was to deal with the Venatori, and she asked me to lean her way if I had any influence during the peace talks that were to come. Without making any promises, we parted ways. At this point, everyone seemed like a suspect, and I wasn't sure where the investigation was going to take me. That's when everything came to a halt, and my advisors told me that Celine didn't have to survive the night. We could let her die, and in her place, plant a new ruler. It was my choice if she died tonight. I had thought about this ahead of time. Even if Celine wasn't the perfect ruler in every situation, having a leader assassinated would do nothing but sow seeds of chaos. And I was not about to let that happen. While it seemed Gaspard was the one behind the plot, I found out shortly after that the real assassin was Floriane de Chalon. Yeah, I forgot who that was too. She's the Empress's cousin, and I danced with her earlier. With her plot exposed, I was running out of time to warn the Empress. I dealt with Floriane's demon ambush, and then I booked it to the ballroom. It was here I was given the choice. Do I let the Empress die and crown a new ruler? Or do I stop the assassination? Like I said before, the choice was simple. I was going to save Celine. Here she comes.
Grand Duchess, stand down.
Punch her. Superman punch her. Oh shit, she's got moves. Oh, my army sucks, man.
Now!
How did it... Who let the clowns on the dance floor? No way she's hopping. Oh, I will 1v1 the shit out of her. I hope my team's with me, though, because actually, I don't think I can do that. I'm gonna die. Let me show her why the goddamn dagger rogue is the best. Can I launch her into the sky? Wait, I'm asleep. Oh, God. That's a generic rogue thing. I'm still the best. Help! I can't go invisible. I can drop mines behind me, though. Why are none of my attacks working? Wait a minute. Oh, God. I'm getting blasted. Throw mines. Kill all of them at once. Solus, get the fuck out of my way, brother. Okay, she thinks she's got us. Here we go. Hit her with the slam. Oh my God, 6,000 XP. The Trey Panner's requital. Yeah, why don't you requit these balls? I like how it just plays the ambient music of like people chatting and chilling. Oh, did you see what happened out there? He killed the Duchess. That's right, bitch, I did. Eat these mines. With the Duchess dead, I had to decide how much dirty laundry I should reveal to Celine about the other two. Oh, see ya, Gaspar.
You are hereby sentenced to death.
Oh! With the Empress saved, I wanted to celebrate by planting seeds of love in Cassandra's mind. But when I went over to talk to her, I got caught in the crossfire of an emotional argument between her and Varric.
I expected you to tell the truth. I told you what was at stake.
So I just hand him over on your say-so? It's okay, Hawk. This zealot isn't crazy. I promise.
I haven't shown much of this type of stuff during the video, but the magic of Dragon Age comes from the relationships you form with your companions, and those stories are the ones I care about the most. But they aren't relevant to Nightmare mode, so I've been skipping most of them. We'll be back to talk to Cassandra though, but for now, on to the next mission, Here Lies the Abyss. Going into this mission, I figured I should bring a new party member to see if it helps with the damage/survivability problem that I've been having. I decided it was time to bench Varric and bring up Iron Bull. I crafted him some gear, leveled up his skills, and made my way to Adamant Fortress. Earlier, I spoke to an old friend, Loghain, who I also happened to condemn to life as a Grey Warden in the first game because he took part in regicide. And he told me the Grey Wardens were being influenced by Corypheus to join his army. It was imperative that I bring my army to Adamant Fortress to break Corypheus' hold, and my combat ability was reaching its peak. Don't mind me, I'm just minding my own business. Bop this guy in the sky.
Can't you see this is madness?
Oh. Boom! Oh my god, that's so much damage. See ya, bud. Comboed. Oh my god, I'm nuts. If the Wardens complete this ritual, not only will they be under Corypheus' control, but for every Warden, there will also be a demon that gets summoned. Things were looking grim. I was able to introduce enough doubt that the Warden commander snapped out of this trance she was in, and this caused the Tevinter forces to rally behind the dragon that attacked us earlier. With the tide starting to turn, I needed to battle my way through the keep so I could save the Warden commander. Unlike the start of this battle, my team and I were fighting tooth or nail and barely scraping by. Oh my god, the dragon's still fighting us. Solus, no! Where is he? Oh shit. We're getting cooked, fuck him. See ya, Solus. I wasn't able to make it to Clarel in time, but in a final act of bravery, she struck a critical blow on the dragon. Unfortunately, it caused a collapse that sent us through a crack in reality, and we ended up in a nightmare-ridden part of the Fade that Corypheus was trying to control. My only hope was escaping through that giant tear in the sky. And to get there, a spirit in the shape of Divine Justinia claimed we had to confront our nightmares to open the way forward. Reluctantly, I agreed to follow her instructions because, well, what other choice did I have? I did, however, learn the truth of what happened on that day the breach opened. It almost entirely boils down to an instance of wrong place, wrong time, since I interrupted Corypheus' plans and then stole the mark by picking up his orb. This means there was no divine providence that gave me the mark. It was entirely chance. But hey, maybe that's the serendipity that inspires people to be better in times of turmoil. In the meantime, I need to escape the Fade, and doing so means defeating the nightmare entity that controls this realm. This was one of the tougher fights I had encountered up until this point. I had to use all the available healing items just to keep my team in the battle. Between the spiderlings that were summoned to fight me and the boss's barrier, this fight was tooth or nail. Guys, not me. What are you doing? I'm getting stuck on goddamn rocks.
You up?
Wait. Oh, who died? Iron Bull died. Solus? I need you to pop off here, brother. I need you to use this on yourself here, Cassandra. And I'm gonna need you to go get him. And I'm gonna keep doing my thing. I'm doing damage. I'm a damage dealer. He's freaking dead. The demon in this world is very strong, and if we have any hope at escaping its domain, someone is gonna have to stay back and sacrifice themselves. Should it be Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall, defender of the downtrodden, or to put it frankly, me, since I was the one who built him up? Or should it be Loghain, the man who once sacrificed his king for his own ambitions, but also the only man that can help the Grey Wardens rebuild after this cataclysmic event? Considering what was to come, I can't let my love for Hawk cloud my judgment. I need Loghain to lead the Wardens, which means Hawk needs to stay.
Say goodbye to Varric for me. Spider. Always the maker down.
With Hawk staying back to cover our escape, I was able to make it out of the Fade and deal with the remaining demons. This was a battle that cost us gravely, but the victory here took away Corypheus' Grey Wardens and demon army. But there was one final decision to make. Do I allow the Grey Wardens to fight alongside us in the war to come, or should they be banished from here due to their costly mistake? I think losing our Darkspawn warriors when we're battling an ancient Darkspawn would be tragic, so I allowed the Grey Wardens to join the Inquisition so we could fight in this war together.
You stay and do whatever you can to help.
After all that, you give them yet another chance?
While they do, I'll report to the Wardens at Weishaupt. Corypheus won't catch us off guard again.
Thank you, your worship. We will not fail you.
But in the wake of such a tragic day, there is much to mourn. So I took some time to console my friends. And truth be told, it was cathartic for me too. This is when I was approached by Morrigan and informed about one of Corypheus' final options when it comes to entering the Fade. There are ancient elven portals called Alluvians that lead to an in-between world called the Crossroads. The fabric of the world is thin here, and Corypheus would be able to tear a hole in reality to enter the Fade. These portals are incredibly hard to find, but one exists at the Temple of Mythal, so getting there before Corypheus has to be my top priority. We're in the endgame now, and it was time to clean things up before I began the final few quests. Since the last few quests require 40 power to start, I need to complete about 20 side quests to even unlock it. And sure, there are tons of different kinds of quests I can choose to do. For example, I can pretend to be a king and judge people based on their actions. And if you subscribe, then I promise not to judge you too harshly. That type of mission didn't really hit the spot though. I thought it was time to bring my relationship with Cassandra to the next level. I had already helped Cassandra with an important mission involving her holy order, and I even convinced Varric to finish writing the sequel to Cassandra's favorite smutty book series. Now it was time to pave the road to romance and give her a night that she would never forget. All right. Make sure I'm looking good. Gotta put on the mood lighting. I feel like the only mood that sets is I'm being fucking interrogated. There we go. It's a little bit more intimate. Pop the collar. Let's go talk to our babe.
On aching branch do blossoms grow, the wind a hallowed breath.
Yo, they call me
Amen,
Dr.
dear
Seuss.
I thought this one was banned.
Oh, baby. Ah. All in a day's work as the Inquisitor.
Things about me.
Oh, boy.
Inquisitor.
Oh my god, say it ain't so. Right after you bone. See ya, bitch. Let's get back to the, how was
You
it?
are quite distracting, you know.
Sounds like it was bad. After Cassandra made a man out of me, I was ready to tackle my next achievement, Trial of Temperance. This achievement requires having the Rest Easy trial always on while exploring Emprise du Lion, at least until I take back the keep. The trial states that all my focus will reset when I fast travel or rest at a camp. And honestly, that's not that big of a deal. Focus allows me to use my ultimate ability, but since I don't use it that much anyway, this should be easy. All right, I've made it to the keep. I need to take this keep right now, and I will get my achievement.
Call me Imshale.
You're a demon.
Ahem. Choice spirit. It doesn't
I'll be honest
always
with you.
have to end
I don't want to
like
fight. Cassandra, he wants to give me virgins. What are your thoughts on that? Virgins? What happens if you pick this?
Well, I'd like to be showered with virgins.
I should really stop offering virgins. Everyone always chooses them, and I can never find.
Oh, shit.
How about a rune of legend?
Sure.
Done. The deal is struck.
Ooh, that's good. And they're gone. Does that mean the keep's mine? I didn't even have to fight. Honestly, if I had more health potions, I would have fought, but I'm a little cooked right now. I don't know if you guys noticed. This should be my achievement. I'm going to be honest with you. If this was my main save that I was importing into the next game, there's no fucking way I'd let that guy live. But when you're on nightmare mode, you got to do what you got to do. There we go. I got worried, bro. Trial of Temperance. Rest Easy trial always on an Emprise de Lion, claim Suladin Keep. Fuck, dude. We got goddamn close to dying there. I'll tell you that much. The trial aside, taking back this keep was genuinely stressful, and after seeing how effective Cassandra was while throwing it back, tanking, I could use another one of her. So I leveled up Stolen Valor Blackwall and kicked Iron Bull off the team. This was perfect timing because I was about to hit level 16, which means not only can I start the final missions, I can also attempt the Trial of the Empress achievement. To get this, I need to have the Even Ground trial on, which makes all the enemies scale to my level, and then I need to go back to the hinterlands and slay the Ferelden Frostback. This would be my first dragon fight in the playthrough, and honestly, I didn't really know what to expect. This was gonna go one way or the other, but I was ready either way. Sunder him. Okay, he's sundered. Uh-oh, nope. Oh, I hit him in the wings. Okay, I'm pretty sure he summons a bunch of babies, right? I remember this fight. Guys, what are you doing here? Okay, you guys are shit, yeah? Let's get one of you running over here, and then let's get the other one fucking running over here. And Solus, fucking hide under here, brother, so you don't get hit. Spread out. Dude, you guys are dust. Come on. I popped poison. Oh, he's dead. Achievement unlocked. Trial of the Empress.
I'm fine.
On Even Ground, slay a level 16 or higher Ferelden Frostback. That's why they call it Dragon Age, because sometimes you literally kill a dragon. It's finally time to start the beginning of the end. I have fought through accusations of divine intervention, battled beasts of ages past, and even traveled to the most exotic areas of the world. With all my experience, I was ready to bring the battle to Corypheus. So I traveled to the Temple of Mythal to find the Alluvian before it was too late. As someone who suffers from chronic late anitis, I showed up after Corypheus and his army had already begun attacking the temple. Now, in a surprising turn of events, Corypheus sacrificed himself to destroy the defenses of the temple, but because of this old magic he possesses, he was able to completely regenerate using the body of an extremely unlucky dude, and it's absolutely horrifying. I took my chance and escaped into the temple with my party. Of course, things are never as simple as you'd hope, and I had to battle through an army of Corypheus' soldiers while also trying not to show off my miserable puzzle-solving skills. We need to end. Oh, I see. Oh, I think I fucked it, though, because of that square right there. I think I did. Yeah, I fucked it. Because what you would do is you come around here. You would do this. And I think if I do... Oh.
Yes?
No, don't talk to her right now. Oh, you goddamn meathead. When I finally made my way through the puzzle arena, I met an elf named Abelas, and he tells me that he's the guard for the Well of Sorrows, which is the collection of wills and knowledge of all the elves who indulged in Mythal's favor. That's the fancy way of saying it's some magic water that has ties to an elven god. He threatens to destroy the well if we plan to use it, and that's when Morrigan makes it clear that she was here for the well the whole time. With the help of the ancient elves, I made my way to the well, and while doing so, I took out Corypheus' general, Samson, once and for all. By the time I got to the well, Morrigan and Abelas were already there, and it's clear Morrigan is not gonna let him despoil the well. There's a lot of lore and mystery surrounding the well, but what we need to know right now is the one who drinks from the well must pay an unknown cost, but they also gain the ability to use the mirror portal that's located here. With Corypheus on my tail, I had to make the choice to either drink from the well and pay the unknown price, or let Morrigan do it. Since she decided to not reveal the information about the well, I can't trust that her motivations are pure. She would have taken the well's power without saying a word if she could have, and that's enough to convince me that I shouldn't let her have it at all. I took my chances and I consumed part of the well, and in a shocking turn of events, I made a deal of sorts with the presence of the well, and it gave me the power I was looking for. And the timing could not have been better, because Corypheus had just entered the room. With this new power, I was able to open the door through the mirror, and when Corypheus tried to follow us through, the mirror shattered, and he lost his way into the Fade once again. This was the last straw from Corypheus' point of view, and before the final showdown, I needed some time to prepare for the worst. I thought I would talk to Morrigan about how I can use the well to my advantage in the final fight, but when I got there, all I found was a portal to the Fade. Going through the portal, I found Morrigan, but I also found her mother, Flemeth. Quick history lesson. Flemeth is Morrigan's mother, and Morrigan hates her because she believes her mother extends her life by sacrificing her daughters. And with only one known daughter, that seems likely. It seemed so possible that I actually killed her in the first game in an attempt to help Morrigan. Also, important to remember, Morrigan's son has the soul of an old god in him. This is the point when I learned something insane about Flemeth, after she used me to restrain Morrigan.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Of course you know. You drank from the well, did you not? You are Mathal.
Because I drank from the well, I am at the mercy of Mathal. And this is where I would have said, I told you so, if Morgan had drank it. Flemeth gives me some information that can help in the final fight against Corypheus. But then she leaves and takes the old god's soul from Morgan's son. I wasn't about to let my new gift go to waste. I went to the location that Flemeth mentioned, and it was there I had to summon a dragon that would either eat me or help me. I had gotten so much better at managing my team's position at this point that with some careful maneuvering and some better gear, I was able to tame the guardian of Mathal and somehow tell it to come and help me fight. You know, magic and stuff. With a dragon at my side, a party of loyal companions, and one arrogant villain remaining, it was time of this.
You have been most successful in foiling my plans, but let us not forget what you are. We shall prove here, once and for all, which of us is worthy of godhood.
Tell them we don't believe in gods.
I don't believe in gods.
What the fuck is these stairs? I don't believe in gods. Boom. That's what happens, bitch.
You dare.
That's right, motherfucker. All right, let's go.
A dragon, how clever of you.
Oh, buddy.
It will avail you nothing.
Learn from the best. All right, Solus, brother. Why do you need to be in the ass of the enemy? Back up. Oh, we got to keep going. Oh, I'm stupid.
Wearing slave markings on your face with pride.
Oh, he's literally chirping my appearance. Here he is. Get him. He's hitting the mines. Can I poison him? Oh, I can. I think the poison is literally still doing damage to him. Oh, shit. Res me. Okay, well, I'm just going to hide. No. All of you hide. Stop going over there to fight him. Oh, shit. I'm in the open. Wait, Blackwall, you fucking dumbass. Get back in cover. Okay, that's half health. Now I think we move into the dragon fight. Oh god, my dragon is a little bit shittier than his dragon though. That's unfortunate. Dude, I'm a goddamn dragon slaying menace. It disappeared. Okay, now Corypheus can be killed. The dragon is basically his Horcrux.
Let it end here! Let the skies boil! Let the world be rent asunder!
We can't let you do that, Corypheus. Dagger him in the face!
I will not yet fall.
Get him! Holy shit, I think we did it. Oh, let's go! Inquisitor! Holy shit, finished the single player campaign on Nightmare mode. And we did all the fucking trials. Holy shit, and we get Herald. Oh shit, here we go. Let's see how he dies, bro. Oh fuck, I sucked that orb out of him. Pause. This is an ancient Tevinter Magister who's about to get the fucking ass whooping of his life.
You wanted into the fade.
Oh, his face. He's sagging. He picked up some Bell's palsy or something. Now he's gone. With Corypheus dead, I had successfully completed Dragon Age Inquisition on Nightmare difficulty. But there was one last thing to do to get the 100% in the entire series, which was the Trial of the Tower. This trial makes it so that all healing items will only heal for 1 damage. And as much as I wanted to do this on Nightmare mode, it was just not possible since the achievement wants me to kill a dragon that is currently 2 levels higher than my team. This meant it was time to change the difficulty to casual so I could turn this dragon to minced meat and earn my final achievement in the Dragon Age series. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on the next one, and maybe join the channel as a member so you can see it early. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.